Hello everybody, my name is Anday and welcome to another video. Today is going to be all about Ninjago, Dragons Rising. Lego Ninjago, anyways, you all know. So last episode it was all about the realm of madness, pretty much. Well, the kingdom of madness as it is referred to now. We met and got a little bit more lore on the Kraglins, and we met back up with Nier and Kai. So it's great to see them again. I'm wondering though if are they going to stick around? Are they going to keep exploring? Because I don't dislike the idea, but I feel like the group we have already with that is Lloyd, Aaron, Sora, and Ryu. I don't know. I feel like that's already a pretty good group. You don't really need to add more to it. At least not at the moment. I don't know. There's a total of, I believe, 20 episodes for this season. Well, half of this season is going to be 10, so I don't know. Who knows where it'll go from there? Maybe they'll stick around, maybe they're not. So, anyways, this title of this episode is Riders of Destiny, Episode 5. I would point it out to you, but unfortunately I don't have fingers. I have a thumb, actually. I have two thumbs. Who's ready to watch Ninjago and has two thumbs? This guy. Riders of Destiny. Okay, so if I were to recall, there was this realm in season. What was it? Season 3 was that. Season 4, season 5, I believe. Season 5 of Ninjago Possession. There was this super high mountain, and every 400 years or so, a portal would open over that mountain to let you go through that portal into another realm. And that realm is the realm of the Cloud Kingdom, I believe. The Cloud Kingdom is what they referred to. It was this whole realm where it had a bunch of monks, I believe. Monks is what they would be. They have the appearance of, and they were treated as such. They essentially write everything, and they can even write, they write pretty much nothing is really sort of predetermined, but that's they kind of write just the stuff that's going to happen in Ninjago or other realms, pretty much. I forget the examples they give, but they do say one. For example, Lloyd, he was decided to be the Green Ninja in that room, so it's a little you know what I mean? Wow, everything is, some things are okay, they're pre-written, otherwise, it's not it's definitely a different departure from how, it probably would have been, decided, or how usually if it's, anyways, I guess I've talked enough about this. Who knows what they'll get into in this episode. So, yeah, let's go see what's up in here. And check out Resident Evil 3, 2, 1. And play. It's unmuted, is it? It is, no! There. And whatever else credits happen after that. Okay, just Netflix. Okay, so, wow, that was a really neat episode. A lot happened, but also, not, it definitely advanced the story, for sure. It also gave sort of a little, a callback, right, to what it was before. Because what it was before, I'm pretty sure it was stated, for sure, what happened in the Cloud Kingdom happens in this world. But here they kind of, I wouldn't say they retcon it, but they definitely make it as to where, okay, they don't actually have a lot of power. They don't actually, have this happen. What they write is more or less rather, coincidences, I guess. Because if there was actually, they never really specified, right? Does the writing of destiny happen with the ink? Does it happen with the papers? Does it happen with the actual monks? Are they the ones who actually write stuff? Are they the ones who write it and makes it come true? Who knows? But they don't really elaborate. But here they do give the, they do say they have information. So, which that was actually very good, very credible, for sure. And they have those little worm things. They say they were cursed by somebody, which is very interesting, because I'm pretty sure the only ones we know who well, who would have a way of cursing would have been, well, very few people actually. Um, for one, it was the one you probably know for sure who would be able to curse and things would be Klaus, you know, because he has the magic stuff. Anyone else would be this isn't okay. Well, and it's Sphera actually. She was definition. One of her titles was a sorceress, but the other one actually, I feel like depend not okay. Well, this is just an example. I don't think he actually would do it, but I feel like it definitely counts. Lord Garmadon, he was said to have dark magic, and he got it from the Royal Madness. That's why he has 4 arms. Little trivia fact. You don't know about that. Anyways, yeah, that is definitely interesting. They don't elaborate, but also like how instead of it being okay, here's another attack from Imperium. No, they just nabbed the dragons while all that was going on, which that's very interesting. Like, well, not interesting, but like that was a good move by them actually. It and also it shows against once again the intelligence of that one guy Lord Raz, showing him being able to do that. But also we learn a new character here. I probably have to go back to see what her name was, but she has a new elemental pattern of wind. That's really cool, and that's also like, the last person who had wind is Deided, like twice now, and like it also goes back to what was it he said? If an elemental, someone who uses an element, if they die, the element isn't gone forever. It seems it's either goes to someone else in a way of either being probably someone, well, they don't elaborate if this happens to somebody when they're born or just in stage of life, because also we don't know for sure if this is how it happened. She said she got it after the merge. She discovered it after the merge. So is it like a time placing thing? She didn't have it before because they unlocked after the merge, or was it a sense of okay, she didn't discover it after the merge, and that's like a little timeline to give us a good timeline of how long it's been. Which I mean, we do know for sure how long it's been. Aaron had short legs before, but now he has tall legs, and I guess we don't really know for sure how they got their powers. Aaron and Sora. We don't know how they got their powers either. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all of the episodes. The animation was really great, stellar. The writing is pretty good. All the characters are awesome. And we learn Nia is going to stay behind and go through all the research while I guess they head back to the dojo. Which, I mean, it makes sense. With the Cloud Kingdom apparently being mobile now and moves along the clouds, I guess. Which, I guess that makes sense. Also, those squid things were interesting. They come from the rift of the merge, merge squigs, which is like, is it like parts of the realms that aren't taking up space in this new world? It's a very interesting concept, really, like, because not many, sure there's crossovers between different universes, dimensions, all that, but nothing I've ever seen has realms be used in this sense where they're like fused into this larger. I feel like a realm in a dimension is different, but like, well, not different in this sense, but it's like okay, so all the realms, they're merged into this one definitive world in this universe. So like, it just it makes it very interesting to see what else could be happening in this new world. With that, could definitely lead to a lot of great world building, by the way, for sure, with all that's going on. Because before that, it was just one single world with a big continent, 2 big continents on it, and then the realms, they're like extra dimensions, different dimensions, and there was said to be, I believe, 17 realms, 17 or 16, I think. It was a lot, including Ninjago and a bunch of others. So like, yeah, that is a very interesting, like, what could have come? What else could have come from the realms merging into this larger universe? I suppose we are learning that for sure with the Imperium and all that. and a bunch of other people that we've learned came here. For one, Sora, she wasn't here, I don't think. She came from in the realm that Imperium was in. Which, very, very interesting. Very, very cool. And I'm very much looking forward to learn what else is going to happen here. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say about this episode. Yeah, I can't wait for next time, and I'll see you all later. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Or good night or day.